Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Meta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new story. It's kind of a short story, but I'm kind of in a hurry, so that is why I was only able to whoop up this story. So I hope you don't mind and enjoy today's story. Well, as you guessed from the title, the title of today's story is What If Kurama Got His Revenge on Konoha? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And yeah, I have picked out a few ideas. Spidey, I see what you're doing, man, coming up with amazing ideas. And yeah, I will be posting a few ideas that I have picked in the community tab soon. You can vote your preference and then it will be turned into a story soon. And yeah, hopefully it will be up by the end of this month that I will be able to complete writing down the story. It's going to be long as well as in short parts. I mean 1 or 2 hour part each, hopefully. Here's hoping. Anyways, moving onwards, if you're new here, join the Discord server. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions, you can put them in the comment section or at the Discord server. You can join it through the description of this video as well as the about section of this channel. The link will be there. Anyways, enough said. Without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins a month after the QB attack in Konoha, Gakure, and Sato, as we see that the village was being rebuilt, and the rebels and debris were already cleared out. The civilians, still while being traumatized, were trying their best to get back to their normal life. Now we go towards the center heart of the village, where we see a building known as Hokage office was situated. Inside the Hokage office, we see Hiruzen Sarutobi, an old man who has survived 2 great shinobi wars and the QB devastating attack as well, was seated there and was in a worried and deep thought. You see, a few weeks ago, the council meeting took place, in which he revealed the new Jinchuriki of Kyubi no Yoko, as well as tried his best to fulfill his successor's wishes who has perished, while trying to defend his home, their home, from the Kyubi. As his last wish was to make the child be seen as a hero, but the people, their reaction and outburst, because of the pure hatred that they held towards the QB, has been overwhelming, to the point that they even threatened that if kid was seen without any security, they would take their chance to kill and take revenge on what the QB has done. And chants were heard as the councils were leaving. They will finish what the QB started. They will finish the fourth's job. The fourth has weakened the QB, and it is up to them to defeat it and kill it once and for all. And this has Hiruzen worried to no end. As now we see, currently he was still in deep thought as the door swung open and in came Kakashi Hatake. It hasn't been a month as well, Hokage-sama. We arrested more than 10 civilians trying their best to attack the kid. What are we gonna do? Sensei didn't want this for his son. I know, Kakashi. I can't just reveal this information to them, but why? It will at least help Naruto to be in a limelight. Their hatred towards him would die down once they realize just how much of a sacrifice the fourth and his family made. They don't even know that he is his son. Kakashi, you're treading on thin ice. That is a S-rank kept secret. Not even in front of me you can blurb out that secret. What if someone is listening to this? To hell with that, I don't care. The boy's life is in danger. I'm gonna try my best to prevent anything happens to him. Said Kakashi, as Hiruzen said. Do you think that I would not be able to do that? I'm trying my best to come up with a solution for this. Right now, Minato's enemies will be out there. They knew that Minato was going to have a child. If they find out that Naruto is that child, what if the people of Konoha will sell this information to them? And not only will be losing the Uzumaki Namikaze bloodline, will also be losing the Biju and our Jinchuriki. Are you okay with that? As Kakashi remained quiet. I'm sorry, Hokage-sama, for my outburst. Good. Trust in me, Kakashi. We'll find a way. There has to be one. And so, we see Naruto's life only took turn for the worst after that. It hasn't been 3 years and there was already an attack on him. An attack that was quite devastating and put him into an ICU of the, Anbu hospital, where the Anbus were treated, because the normal civilian hospital outright denied treating him, saying they don't treat the demons. As Naruto was in a life and death situation, and Hiruzen tried his best to save him through the Anbus. Anbus quite hesitantly did their work, but they were able to save Naruto from the brink of death. Hiruzen vowed that this would never happen again, but it was only the beginning. Each birthday of the boy, which was October 10th, the same night of the QB attack, the boy would get jumped, attacked, and sent to hospital for a few months, to the point that it has become a ritual of a sort known as a fox hunt, as the people called it. Hiruzen, no matter how hard he tried, the people always outsmarted him. Even the council was in on this. They wanted revenge. They hated the Biji to the core. And they saw that poor boy as an outlet for their rage. And Hiruzen was downright pissed at them. He tried to reprimand them, but they even involved the daimyo. It seems that the daimyo too was on their side for some reason. He tried to reveal the truth, but the daimyo didn't care. He said that even if he was an Uzumaki, the Uzumaki clan is long dead and gone. And this boy doesn't need to exist. He can go and exist with them. The daimyo has gone greedy. All thanks to Danzo and the elders burning his ears with the land of the Uzumakis under now them. Because they owned it. As Hiruzen was getting cornered and cornered until all the power was slowly stripped from him. And when Naruto reached at the age of 12, the most brutal attack happened. Naruto in the academy had his life changed for a bit. For some time or for a few years, thinking that he had friends, Shikamaru, Choji and the others. They would treat Naruto well. Everything was going well until the 12th birthday when Naruto was lured in by them to the Uchiha compound, and there, alongside the rest of the Uchihas, he was seemingly killed by the people who attacked them. As now we see, Naruto, while still being alive, was then surrounded by Anbus, who claimed that he was the one who killed the Uchiha clan, and he needs to be prepared to be executed. This was supposed to be all of the plan, because Itachi, who executed the clan, escaped, and Naruto became the scapegoat of this. Naruto was in the verge of tears. He was in pain, a lot of pain. And everyone could see it, but they all were laughing sinisterly, knowing that they would have their revenge on the Kyuubi. While on the other side, inside the seal, we see two souls were crying, trying their best to comfort the child who was hugging his knees and trying his best to shut himself off from everything. That child was Naruto's consciousness, who was now knocked out in real life, and those souls were of his parents, Minato and Kushina. They didn't want it to believe that their village could be so cruel, but once they saw what their son's life has been, thanks to all those whom they thought were their friends and allies, whom they sacrificed their lives for, they were pissed beyond belief. And the only one who could see and took pity on the child, aside from Hiruzen, was none other than Kyuubi himself, the demon they hated. For the first time in many, many thousands of years, since the birth of the great Biju, he shedded tears. Shedded tears for this human Ningen that he hated so much. Like the others, I can't believe this. What is this? How can they hate an innocent child to the point where he is broken? No such child should go through this. These people don't deserve him. As Naruto was still shut off, as Kurama then said, it is all because of you two. Because of you two, his life has been hell. If you didn't do this to me, I wouldn't have killed you. I just wanted to escape and live my life free after being trapped for hundreds of years. And once I got the chance, I was blinded by rage. As much as it is your fault, it is my fault as well that this has happened. And I, to some extent, feel responsible for all the things that has happened to him, as you two are feeling. As Kushina and Minato bowed down in front of Kurama, we beg of you, Kyuubi-san, please take revenge on them. I'll even open the seal. You do know that once that happened, your son's soul will be forever lost. He will die. We too are dead. And by Kami, we can't bear it anymore. If our child needs to rest, then so be it. But you need to take revenge on them. I think if I need revenge, you too so as well, right? How can we? I wish we could. You don't know how much we want revenge on them. But they weren't alone. as another voice was then heard, a booming one at that. It was the voice of the sage of the sixth path, and Kurama for once has never seen his father so pissed off. I too need some revenge, and I think you two will be more prominent ones. You see, the sun and the moon seal was supposed to be given to your son, who was going to be the next sage of the sixth path that was going to save these people. But now I think that you need the sun and the moon seal to destroy them. What do you mean by that? Who are you? That child. He has been living through hell each and every day because of us all. I was the one who chose him to be the child of prophecy, to be tested for great lengths, but I did not even anticipate that the lengths that he would be tested in would be so great. He doesn't deserve this. No, not at all. Father, what are you going to? It is up to us, my son. You will have your full strength, and Minato and Kushina, you two will be reincarnated again in your prime self. Obviously, Kurama and Naruto will be separated, but Naruto will need an year or so for his memories to be erased, as well as all the trauma to be erased, alongside him recovering from the separation from the Biju that he has been growing up with. Do you accept these terms? Because this is the will of Kami, Yami, and Shinigami, who too cannot bear to see their child of prophecy go through such lengths. These people have crossed the line that they shouldn't have, and now they need to suffer. And you two, along my child, are the prominent ones who are going to do that. You will take the human form of Naruto and be the acting sibling of such. But how is this possible? Kurama, you will need the blood of these two to become their child and be a brother to Naruto. After that, thanks to the Sage and Kamiyami and Shinigami's interference, although through Sage, Minato and Kushina's blood was given to Kurama, who morphed into an orange-haired Naruto. A carbon copy of him, the only difference being his eyes were red with dots in them, not slits. He was the most powerful shinobi right now, because he possessed the full strength of the Kyuubi. But now, with him being a human, he couldn't be placed in a genjutsu, and he could find a way to get out of it as well. As Minato and Kushina, too, were then reborn, and as for Naruto, he was separated. As this was going on inside the mindscape of Naruto, on the other side, Hiruzen was tied behind a lot of people as the Hanbus were holding him. Let me go! And Kakashi was there as well. You don't know what you are doing! He is the son of the fourth! Kakashi yelled out, but his yells fell on deaf ears. As Danzo, who had taken the mentality of the Hokage alongside the daimyo, then said, People of Konoha, today is the day of your retribution. You will get justice, as Kyuubi will be executed in front of you. For years we have seen this scum roam in the skin of a child, and we could do nothing because of our Hokage being spineless. But now we will finish what the Force started. We will end this child, said Danzo, raising a sword. But at that moment there was a yellow flash, as with a slash sound, Danzo's arm that was holding on to the sword fell down in front of him with a thud, as blood began to leak out, as if someone owned a fountain. As Danzo screamed, as that is when two people from the past emerged, as everyone gasped. They were the Red Death of Konoha, as well as their Hokage, their beloved hero, whose job they were about to complete, Minato no Mikaze. And besides them was none other than Kyuubi no Yoko, and unconscious Naruto was laying on the ground now. Kurama, I'll leave this to you and your father, said Kushina, as Kushina went and picked up her child. Kushina, what are you? Shut the hell up, Meppoki, she said. You will have your dues paid to you as well for what you have done to my child. With that said, she began to walk away, as Minato said, People of Konoha, I am here for revenge on all of you for what you have done to my child. You wanted the Biju so much, right? Finish what I started, right? Here in front of you is the Nine Tails, Kurama. Yes, father. deal with them. As they witnessed the orange-haired Naruto transformed and morphed into the nine-tailed Biju, as he laughed sinisterly. You wanted the QB, right? Here I am. As that is when the phrase careful what you wish for came true. They wanted to deal with the QB themselves, and now the QB was there. They began to beg, cry for mercy, and even the Anbus alongside everyone else tried their best, but to no avail. In the end, they all perished, as Minato went towards Hiruzen and Kakashi. Kill us, said Hiruzen and Kakashi. Why? You stood up for my son. Did you not? We failed in the end, Minato. I failed you as a predecessor, and I failed you as a sensei. As Kakashi and Hiruzen said this, we see that Minato then said, you tried your best. You really did. But know this, Konoha will suffer for what it has done. As Naruto and his family watched with pure joy the agony of Konoha, the retribution that they got. Every single one of them was butchered as horrifying expressions were etched on their faces. No matter how hard they tried, they couldn't escape. And in the end, by the sunrise, all Konoha alongside the land of fire was wiped out from the map of the elemental nations. As after that, Kushina and Minato knew what they had to do. As Kurama then said, you do know what we have to do, right? Yes, son. We have to deal with the other nations as well. Free your siblings. With the same method, they too will become our children. And then, us being the next sage, we have to prevent Kaguya's revival. How about we take care of that as well? As using the sage taught techniques, they arrived at the Kaguya seal, where she awokened her eyes. I can sense my son's powers within you. But how? We are the next sage. And our son has suffered. Oh, that poor boy. I too have witnessed. And that is why I fear that the chakra, if divided into this world, this would happen. As that is when Minato devised a plan. If we help you take back the chakra, you would make a deal with us, please. That you leave us with the chakra and our family alone. Meaning even the Bijus. As Kaguya's eyebrow rose, but that too is my chakra. But they will be our children. We request you, Kaguya-sama. For how long would you be here? Don't you want to go and connect with your family and sons again? As Kaguya looked down, she too was a mother after all, even though she was a rabbit goddess. You are correct. What is this deal of yours? The Otsuzukis will not touch our planet. You can live on our planet as the rabbit goddess, but taking away the chakra from everyone except for ours. We will be devoted to the Otsutsuki clan as the clan's member, and you will be the clan leader and elder. I accept these terms. As Hagoromo then arrived, what are you two doing? Mother, are you willing to accept these terms? If you do, then we can finally stop this. My son, what do you mean? You know it hurted me a lot that I had to separate from my sibling, and we had to seal away our own mother, whom we adored and respected. Once we found out what you were doing, because of your paranoia, we knew for the time being we had to seal you away. We tried our best. Homura tried his best to change your mind. Don't you remember? As that is when Kaguya had flashbacks of Homura visiting her again and again, and her mocking her son, saying that how she hurted him. But she did not know that how much she was hurting them. I'm sorry, my son. I promise that you won't have to go through this. As Kaguya's chains were broken, with Hagoromo and Homura's soul being present as they connected with their mother. As Kaguya, after this tearful reunion, then said, Alright, since you two possess my children's powers, that makes you sort of my own children. And since you have allowed me to join this clan and become its elder, then let us go and take revenge upon my grandchild for what they has done to him. And so, with this new formed odd family, we see that all of them returned to the real world where Konoha has been annihilated. And soon after they moved towards one nation and the other, stripping away the Biju from the Jinchuriki, making sure the Jinchuriki was alive, and then ripping out the chakra from each and every living being from there until they were nothing more than normal, and the chakra was given back to Kaguya, restoring her power to the full potential. She couldn't take back the chakra from nature. Why? Because it has become so reliant on chakra that if taken, the whole world will be destroyed. So she took away only from humans, and it led to her becoming quite exponentially strong. And once she returned, thanks to the nature chakra, she too was regaining her strength over and over course of time. And so, on the ashes of Land of Fire and Konoha, a new clan emerged, the Otsutsuki clan. And there, they became the only clan who would be the watcher of this world, the one true dictators, and everyone will have to move with their will. Kaguya became the one of the most respected and feared figures, and Minato and Kushina, although hated for their betrayal, were respected and feared as well. And Naruto, it was soon time for him to be awoken, with no prior memories of Konoha whatsoever. The erasure has been completed, and a new era under the rule of Kaguya and her new clan was about to begin. And now the former elemental nations was at their helm, and no Otsutsuki to bother them at that. A new era has begun, and Naruto was going to have fun in that era. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know it is quite short, but yeah, as I told, I had to leave somewhere. I'm sorry, and I had little time, like half an hour or so, and so that is why I whipped up a story for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And as I mentioned, I will do as I say, so stay tuned for that. I will in a community tab post soon about the stories that I have picked, and the one with the most votes will be turned into a series on this channel. Alright? Now, enough said. Without any further ado, let's end the video here, as this is it for the day. Peace.